Have you ever been caught stealing from your own surprise birthday party? I guess I should start by saying that everyone thought I was the generous friend in our group. Like, I'd always throw 20s into tip jars, help friends with rent when they were struggling, and I once gave my hoodie to this homeless guy during winter. Everyone saw me as the guy with money who didn't care about spending it. But here's the thing, nobody knew. I was completely broke. My job at the campus bookstore barely covered rent, and I'd maxed out both my credit cards trying to keep up this image. The problem was, once you get that reputation for being generous, people expect it from you all the time. So here's where it gets messy. Our friend group had this thing called the Birthday Bash Jar. It was this old cookie tin where everyone would dump their spare change and crumpled bills throughout the year. The deal was simple. We'd use the money to throw surprise parties for whoever's birthday came up. Nobody was supposed to touch it until party day, and since I lived in the biggest apartment, everyone trusted me to keep it safe. At first I just borrowed small amounts, $10 here when I needed gas, a couple fives there when I was out of groceries. I kept telling myself I'd pay it back before anyone noticed, but gas prices went crazy that semester, and my hours got cut at work. Before I knew it, I'd taken almost $300 from the jar. Then my birthday came around. I completely forgot my friends would need to count the money to plan my party. They moved the jar to my friend Tasha's place to organize everything, and that's when they realized how much was missing. At first, they thought someone had broken into my apartment, but then they remembered I was the only one with access to the jar's little lockbox. Instead of confronting me directly, they decided to throw the party anyway. They picked this rooftop bar downtown that I'd mentioned wanting to go to. But here's where they got creative. They planned this weird game called Guess the Thief as part of the party. Everyone was supposed to draw a name from a bowl, and whoever got picked had to do some silly dare. It seemed harmless enough. The party was going great. All my friends were there, the music was good, and I was actually having fun for the first time in weeks. I almost forgot about the whole jar situation. Then came time for the game. Tasha reached into the bowl and pulled out a folded piece of paper. She unfolded it, looked at it, then looked straight at me. "Mason," she said with this weird smile, "you're up." Everyone started cheering and laughing, waiting to see what embarrassing thing I'd have to do. Maybe sing karaoke or call my ex or something stupid like that. But then Tasha pulled out her phone and handed it to me. "Your dare is to open your banking app and show everyone your last bank statement." The whole rooftop went silent. I felt my stomach drop to my feet. My phone suddenly felt like it weighed 100 pounds. Everyone was staring at me, waiting for me to laugh it off or refuse or something, but I just stood there frozen. "Come on, it's just a joke," my friend Kevin said. But his voice sounded weird too. I knew I was caught. My balance was $3.12. I'd been living off ramen and free samples at Costco for 2 weeks, but admitting that meant admitting everything else. I tried to play it off. "Guys, this is stupid. I'm not showing you my bank account," but my voice cracked when I said it. That's when Tasha put her hand on my shoulder and asked the question that destroyed everything. "Mason, did you take money from the birthday bash jar?" I wanted to lie. I wanted to come up with some story about how someone else must have done it, but looking at all their faces, especially Tasha, who'd been my friend since freshman year, I just couldn't do it anymore. "I was going to pay it back," I said quietly. The energy on that rooftop died instantly. Someone turned off the music. A few people started looking at their phones like they suddenly had somewhere else to be. Kevin just shook his head and walked away from me. "How much?" Tasha asked. "About $250, maybe $300. My voice was barely audible. Here's the worst part. Nobody yelled at me. Nobody called me names or made a scene. They just started packing up the party, quietly, politely, like I wasn't even there anymore. The ride home was the longest 15 minutes of my life. Tasha drove me because I'd taken the bus to the bar, and we didn't say a word the entire time. When she dropped me off, she just said, "Pay it back when you can," and drove away. I thought that would be the end of it. But the next morning, I found an envelope slipped under my door with $300 cash and a note that said, "From all of us. Don't pay us back. Just get your life together." That hurt worse than if they just cut me off completely.